NXT just went off the air. There's so much to talk about. Deadline is this Saturday, and we had a summit with the women for the Iron Survivor. We had a four-man tag with Javon Evans. I want to make sure I got these names right. Javon Evans, Myles, Borne, Leon Slate, and Joe Hendry, if you believe. Clap. Taking on Dog State. And there's a few other matches and some matches added on for Deadline. This is Unpopular View, the NXT review team. We're going to talk all things NXT. Hey, real quick before that, we hit that lovely, lovely intro. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. And probably should have the intro ready. That's such a rookie behavior. Intro. I feel like I have to throw it out here before we start the show. That's going to be the last time you see that intro because this is the very last episode for the time being. Never say never. That we're going to have the NX trio. But let's introduce ourselves here. I'm one of your hosts, the Great Grand Slam Pooba, the Great Grand Slam Pooba. I identify as the, and I'm joined with the sensational Sabrina Estella, and we got the dog of madness, Mad Dog Kelly. I know how you guys Thanksgiving was because we spoke. Well, no, Mad Dog kept it to himself, but Sabrina told me what her Thanksgiving was like. But why don't you tell the lovely people watching us how was your Thanksgiving?
It was fine. Didn't have to work a week. Had to come back to reality. Just living life.
Mad Dog, why don't you tell the people watching how was your Thanksgiving, sir?
I've been good. It's been rock and roller coaster lately, but everything's working itself out. So that is good, and I'm glad to be here with you guys tonight. What a fantastic NXT show we had.
Yeah, it was a good show. This was the show go leading into Deadline. Cheap plug here. We're gonna do Deadline on Saturday. I want to say I'll talk to you after the show, Sabrina, so to make sure that we're on for it. And we got. I mean, originally it was, originally we had three matches announced: the two Iron Survivor matches, male and female, and then the NXT tag team. Jesus Christ, NXT Championship match between Obafemi and Ricky Saint. But now we have Izzi Dame. He's going to be taking on Terrible Tatum. We're going to have Ethan Page going against. I almost said Mr. Iguana, that's his name. I wanted to make sure. I almost called him Lizard Man or something like that. I don't know why that came up in any kind of way, but we're going to do predictions at the end of the show. But I'm not hosting this. Sabrina Stella, you lead. You ask our opinions about things. Guys in the chat, tell us what you thought about NXT and tell us how was your Thanksgiving. Don't and tell us details. What did you have? Did you have some turkey? Did the mac and the yams touch? I love when all that stuff happened. Did you have eggnog? I love eggnog. Tell us how your Thanksgiving was. We had a right. I don't know what just happened here. Sabrina, you are leading. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Please tell the people about some doggone NXT.
Well, even if I was leading, you were usually over here, and I was fine with that. But it's whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys keep changing boxes, so I'm just gonna point up to both of you. Yeah.
Well, anyways, we have Vic Joseph informing us that their lovely color commentator in Booker T is not in the building tonight. Instead, we get SmackDown's version, Corey Graves, which, if any of you know how much I've watched for years, how much I can't stand Corey Graves with all the stupid shit he says, and I've only agreed with him 1 to 2% of the time. And Matt, I know you're shaking your head down there. I do not care.
So, I love Corey Graves. I think he's fantastic.
I think you, Carmela, and a small percentage of people would agree with that comment. Anyways, we have Ava in the ring with the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge entrance, and she lays out the stakes for everything. And Soul mentions how Ethan put her over and says, I normally don't care what he thinks, but if he can see that I'm championship material, that I'm the next women's champion, then there's no reason not to see that in me. She's mentioned all the highs that she had, but all the lows as well, but that there is a pretty easy path back, winning at deadline and then winning the championship belt. Jordan comes in and says, getting on that path is never that simple as someone who has held gold before and has walked down that path herself. She's looking to run through a brick wall and win and doesn't think there is a woman in this ring that cannot stop her. Lola says, we're all here for a reason. John Cena picked all of us, but he picked me because I never stopped believing in myself. And if it weren't for Lainey Reed, she'd have a title right now. Kendall Gray points out, I'm the only one in the ring with the title, and I always rise up to the competition. But she's built on big moments. And Kaylani, who has basically turned into the Dominic Mysterio of the NXT,
That reaction was
as
crazy.
far as the women's side of things, because everybody was booing the hell out of her while she was talking. She says, how many failed efforts does it take to learn that you're not up for the challenge of the title? And that she and Soul are the only ones that have been in this match before Soul's knee got jacked up. And she's going to win because they are stand-ins. She is the standout. Enters Fatal Influence, which JC says she can't wait to see who the lucky loser is now that she has her title back and orders restored. And in what world do any of these losers think they can ruin that for her? Poor Soul with a broken heart and her bum leg, Kendall Gray being the new flavor of the week and way over her head, running it back with Jordan and Lola deja vu to when they choke her out again. And she tells Kaylani, I'm glad you're finally showing some sort of sign, but you're talking too confidently for someone who just lost her title last week. And Kehlani said she'd still be champion if it weren't for Meathead Grace butting in and with Kendall, Soul,
That's crazy.
and Lola on top while Fatal Influence is down on the ground.
Oh, that wasn't funny.
Do you boys have anything to say about this?
The segment was good. I thought the segment was pretty good. The heat that Kalani got, man, was incredible. Like I knew, I knew, I knew that she was gonna be booed, but the way that I felt like there was a few times, and I don't know if you guys peeped this on you guys when you was watching it on NXT, but they would blur out, or was it peep out, a lot of the show. Like there was a whole point at one point where it seemed like it went a whole straight minute. Well, I didn't even hear the crowd. It's just I could see what's going on, but I can't hear them. So she got some really, really good heat. I thought that was cool. I do like that Kendall Gray is getting an opportunity to get some shine here. I said before, not everyone watched Evolve. Like I don't watch Evolve, but I know how talented she is. But fair enough. And I just think that
I watch it every once in a while.
Cool. And I just think that this is a great spot for her to be in. I don't see her winning, but I just think it's a great spot. I have some thoughts for later on in the show, and I just want to sit here and say that JC Jane, the greatest NXT women's. Like when I saw her on my TV.
That's on Matt's end.
Well, I know whoever said I was a big fan of JC Jane. I can feel the excitement. I don't know who you are, but I feel that. She's a who was that? Maddog, who's that?
Am I right?
My mom.
What was it? Mama Maddog? Mama Baddog's on the Jane train. She's on the Jane train as I drive this train. A freaking chew. Maddog, what did you think about this segment? And then we'll get to the summer.
I thought this opening segment was great. The only problem was Ava's just a bad general manager. She just doesn't do her job right.
Awful Ava.
Terrible. And then look what she does later. I'm sure Wrestling Doll will get into what Ava does later on in the show, against Fatal Influence, just making their lives living hell. I just can't believe that. Just so terrible. But yeah, JC was spitting facts, obviously, about each and every single one of the of the people. I mean, the girls in the ring, obviously. I mean, yeah. I mean, JC is not my. Well, she's my champion. So, and I
Yeah,
went to high school with
you
her.
know,
So,
here we go. We're 10 minutes into the show. Well, Sabrina, what we got here?
I had to do it. I had to do it.
If I had to take a shot every time Matt said that, I would not be on this show anymore. I'd be
That's
flat on
why
my
we
back.
say at least once.
Don't drink alcohol, so that way you stay sober.
Well, working with Matt, you have to somehow got to drink. You got to do something to kind of deal with this nonsense. But I do want to sit here and say, Charmaine says Jace is not my champ. Well, Charmaine, you're not my Marie. How's that? See how that sounds? What are we even chatting about? Charmaine sits here, and watch. Charmaine, when we do karaoke, she's gonna want me to get on stage and say some Backstreet Boys, and I'm not gonna do it. You know why? Because
are you going to sing in sync?
Good Chris in the chat says
I
Jason
like
Jane will
it,
not
sir.
be champion for long. I disagree.
Oh,
I
that's
think
not
they're gonna
good.
keep that belt
Wait,
there
who said
for a
that?
while.
Who said that? Good Chris?
Good
No,
Chris,
he's
good
starting to
Chris.
become medieval Chris
yeah.
because that is a horrible thing to say. How dare he's not going to be NXT champion for long? She's going to be champion for a while. Good Chris, you have been stripped of good. Now you're just going to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no follow. But let's get into some of these chats before we keep moving on because you guys are a part of the show and we want you guys to know you're here. So we got George. He says hello everyone. He also says he thought NXT was pretty solid tonight.
It was.
He mentioned he just moved into Goodwill housing today, so congratulations, sir.
They offered housing, but
awesome,
that's it.
There we go. Jeffrey says, what's up?
Jeffrey.
What's going on, Jeffrey? It's always a pleasure to see you, you handsome black man, you. We got NXT guy, NXT guy, UPR, just randomly typed Matt.
I moved
Matt,
the mic back, actually, just to make sure.
I want to know who wrote that.
Hello?
We got Maurice. What's going on, Maurice? Is that the pin? I remember that pin from like when I was in school. Isn't that the pin?
Paperclip, but yes.
Paperclip guy. Okay. I didn't like. I never liked Paperclip guy. I feel like he's gotten away by not paying his taxes. I do not like Paperclip guy. I want to know his secret. Good Chris, or was good Chris. He says, hi, handsome, the great Grand Slam Pooba, and Mad Dog, and beautiful Sabrina Estella, a.k.a. Wrestling. He kind of won me over again, so never mind. My Thanksgiving was great. My mom fried fish with potato salad, with salad. That sounds fantastic. You got
Corey is not met. He's one of the greats on the commentary.
But Booker T
was missed. Absolutely.
I agree. Booker T was missed. Booker T is just an interesting kind of fella. I feel like they just put headsets on him and just talk.
Popular Sports Review knows what they're talking about.
They booed Kalani. They booed her heavy.
It's really hard. You guys see that? Why'd they boo her so bad? I felt bad for her.
No, I think she's getting into this help.
The discussion that happened when she came out after she hit Jordan in the face with her title to retain it while she was still champion.
So that's why they're booing her. I mean, they really booed her.
They're booing her.
Really good.
They're booing her because she did the same thing that the guys had done before, but don't like it because it was a woman who did it.
I know we're gonna get into predictions, but I was in the same mindset as well, Chris. Just wanted to add that in there real quick.
I'd rather have Soul than Lola, honestly.
We're gonna talk. George, please. JC's in my champ. We got Even Mama, Mad Dog. Not right. No,
that is not true. My mom does know who JC Jane is, and she is a fan because she's from West Milford. And I went to high school with her again, by the way. So I had to do it twice.
Before we were going to do the show, I was so close to get the eggnog with Fireball on it, but I said I will not be doing that. But I should have done that for the occasion because Mad Dog's not going to be with us anymore on Tuesday, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Jeffrey's right. He is the greatest thing in NXT. I mean, besides Joe Hendry, obviously.
Chris, what's up, my friend? We just want to make sure we got to all these things. I want to see Soruka win the NXT. I have a beef with Soruka. I felt sorry for her, but now I have officially turned. I would turn in this chair, but I have a wire, and I'm scared I'll knock everything down. But what else do we have happening here? One Sabrina Estella.
So we had Joe Hendry and Thea Hill. They do a earlier today segment backstage. And they're chatting when the loveliest NXT couple in Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Ariana Grace come in, all lovey-dovey acting. And Joe's like, would you like us to give you the room? Do y'all want some privacy? Like, what do we got going on over here? And Ariana was basically saying like, oh, Ethan and Chelsea picked the wrong people to defend their titles against. We're the real power couple. You made a bad decision in picking her to be your partner. And Thea gets in her face and says, if Joe believes in me, then I believe that I can kick your ass tonight. And of course, Ariana, being a lot like her father, made fun of her for a bit when she was saying that. And then they had a little bit of a beef before they got ready to fight it out in the ring.
I guess we could just jump into the match. Maddog, what was your thoughts about all this?
All I gotta say on this whole segment is Joe Hendry was in it, and that's great. So that's all I got.
You know, I love that you said that. You know, I used to believe in Joe Hendry until he started teaming up with this criminal known as Thea Hale. You know, I don't know if you remember some time ago, Thea broke NXT Women's Champion's nose. I've been saying for the longest time she should go to jail for arson. But whatever, you're just a fan of, you know, anything, Maddog. You just wherever the wind blows, right?
Actually, I'm not a fan of the 27 El Grande Americanos running around, and I really don't care for the Wyatt.
That wasn't even my question, sir. What are we even chatting about?
You said you're what a fan of. I am of not. I said I'm not a fan of those things, of the Wyatts and the my Grande Americano, the 7 of them that run around.
There's 7. Okay, I didn't know.
You asked a question. I just answered it, good sir.
Don't you patronize me. This match was fine. It was fine. It's really good to see Ariana I almost said Grande. I feel like that's a singer. Ariana Grace. Oh, I don't know why. I just thought of something you can order off Starbucks, and I haven't had Starbucks in years. But I mean, this match was fine. You know, give Theo a win. Ariana Grace she's great. Matter of fact, when she comes out with her music, I was like, man, I really miss this elevator music. I'm pretty sure it's more of like, it's Grande. That's a great. Isn't it Grace? She said Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grace is the one that was on our TV.
That's
Ariana
what I'm saying.
Grande.
Well, Jeffrey's.
I thought Ariana Grande was the chick in Wicked. Am I wrong?
Yes, she played Glinda the Good Witch.
I'm just saying.
I saw that.
I see this and I was confused. I was like, I wanted to make sure I had the name right. But Ariana Grace was the wrestler. Ariana Grande is the one who was on Nickelodeon and made this fantastic. Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah.
She's on Nickelodeon. She's a pop singer who.
I mean, that's how I know her.
Big and Wicked.
Yeah,
See, I was right.
I mean, considering the fact that her face has been plastered everywhere associated with Wicked merchandise, kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, she's been killing it.
But
anyway,
the match was fine, right? Thea was.
We're talking about the segment, not the match.
So that's what I like. I like Thea Hale. You know where Thea Hale comes from, bad guy? She comes from Chase University. I know that's your favorite. So
no. I don't care that you're going on Fridays and whatnot. I will make your life hell these next 20, 30 minutes. Don't you dare bring up that horrible university. It's a terrible school. If I had an opportunity to go in that school, I would go in the bathroom and not flush just to send a message. That's what I think about that school. So know your lane, mad dog. You're not even really a dog.
I mean, like I said, Andre Chase helped a lot of great students. Duke Hudson's now on the Indies doing great things.
I can't find it.
And Thea Hale's doing great things with Joe Hendry right now. I don't know the
supposed to be
rest of
injured.
them, honestly. You have to go like Google the rest of the students he
I'm
had.
not Googling that noise. Absolutely not. That's like telling me, put on a Nick Cannon CD. What are you asking
It's
of
you
me?
for life.
You know what? No, he just fell on the keyboard and put words together. But Sabrina Estella, please take these. You see how the chat attacks me? You see how this always happens, right? It's not me. I'm trying to be on my best behavior, but everyone wants to upset me. And you're doing a fantastic job doing it because I am upset. And I hear my cat snoring. You didn't work 8 hours.
Hi, Matthew Nicholas Kelly. What will we do without you?
Oh, that's a good one.
I feel like you gave him both
I have a
young buck
cousin
names.
named Nicholas, you know.
Matthew
out in
Nicholas
Tennessee.
Jackson.
I have so that's a fun fact. We'll learn a lot of fun facts about me tonight.
You know what? We haven't done that in a long time. I like that. No. Get him out of here. I don't want to see anything about him. He can deal with me tomorrow. I need my point system back. Absolutely. Thank you. Matter of fact, you just lost 8. What's that? 1,000?
Surprised they didn't bring out the list.
How much was that?
10,000.
Surprised you.
No, that's not enough. 11,000. Jeffrey, keep the score. Negative 11,000 for this guy. Go ahead, Wrestling Dog.
I'm honored.
So unfortunately, we had U2's least favorite segment of the night because we had Ava Rain running into Fatal Influence backstage. They're trying to leave, and she's like, no. You three are not going anywhere.
She is the worst.
You got involved in everything that's happened in the last few weeks. So you know what? You three are going to fight against 3 of the Iron Survivors that y'all interrupted during the summit.
What? Ava, awful Ava attacks again. Like, as soon as I saw this happen, I immediately rolled my eyes at this. And JC is your NXT Women's Champion. She has done nothing but put this brand on her back, and this is the things that she gets. Ava, I wish I could just go to Yelp and just write my dismay on her.
Would you write her a strong-worded white man letter?
No, it's got to be a white woman letter because no one's taking that white man serious. It's got to be a white woman with blonde hair sitting there saying, "I am upset. Period. This makes my blood angry."
I have another question. Does that mean we're going to have Matt's mother write the letter for you since she is a white woman?
Yes, but I want it in red pen. I want it in red pen. I want it strictly in red pen. Absolutely.
Okay. I don't have bad news. I don't have any red pens.
Well, bad news. You just lost another 11,000 points.
Okay, thank you. I'm honored.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Sabrina?
I said I could sneak one for my job. My bosses are going to miss it. We have a box full of red pens.
There you go. Red pen.
Oh, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll talk after the show about that. Anyway, this segment was absolutely terrible. Ava did not do her job right. She should let Fatal Influence go. 2 of them are champions. I don't know why they had to compete tonight. It made no sense.
No.
In my opinion. So. Oh, and Ava for worst general manager of the year. Let's get that going. Let's get that trend going, everybody, please.
You are the biggest wrestling flip-flopper I have ever met because
I tell the truth. I speak, I see, I hear the truth, you know, and sometimes I
let me speak, young man.
But in this instance, yes, it was a bad move by the GM. Let's just say I would not book it in my GM series.
You have hyped up this woman 4 weeks, 4 months. Especially because of who her daddy is. And now because she decides to put her foot down on these 3 women interfering in every other women's match that has been happening for the last few weeks, now you say she's a bad GM.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Well, she didn't do her job at the beginning of the show. She didn't take care of order. Usually you get the security guards out there to, take care of order. And
even if the security guards were out there, that was still going to happen.
So honestly, yes, this whole show actually makes me believe, Wrestling Doll, that Ava is a bad GM because she's not doing her job right.
Should be steady. I think that just to comment on George said the weakest member of Fatal Influence is Lainey Reed. I think Lainey Reed is starting to find her groove though. she's just not as established as JC and Fallon. But I think that she's been getting a lot of TV time and just showing what she can do. So yeah, I would just say I wouldn't say she's the weakest. I would just simply say she's just not as established. So I'm willing to give her more time. We got like what's that? Yeska was playing
Yes.
GTA. I wanted to make sure I had that right.
Well, I mean,
Thank you
with
for the
everything
actual.
that's happening now in the world, we're going to get everything happening in the world by the end of 2026 before we get GTA 6.
I know that didn't they just
No,
move
George,
it
I
like
would not say it to her face. Her father's The Rock. I would never know. Yeah, I would just ask for an autograph and move on.
Is that why you're saying it on the internet? Because there's a low chance she's going to see this video.
I mean, if I saw her in person, I would ask for the autograph. I mean, she is famous. I mean, she's the daughter of The Rock. I mean, yeah. And the general manager of NXT, which is, a legit brand in WWE. So, yeah.
Mad Dog.
I probably would frame it with all my other wrestling, ones I have on the wall here. Thunder Rosa, Mick Foley. You guys can't see it, but behind me here.
I wish we had a gif of a fish just flip flopping because that is you, Mad Dog.
Yeah.
I've been consistent about my dislike for Chase U and who.
No. You know what gif we need?
Tell
We
me.
need the magic carp flopping back and forth when it gets on land.
That's
No,
that's a Pokemon
I just speak
reference.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That was from a TV show.
Okay, Jack Nicholson. What was the next thing that we had going on?
Okay. Anyways, Matthew Bryant Kelly, what are we gonna do with you? So we had our first official.
Hey, I know
match of the-
Charlie Dempsey. He's a wrestler.
Thank you.
So
for
we had
that.
Ariana Grace versus Thea Hale because they decided to have a little match tonight. So they were the first match of the night. And they had a good little back and forth, but Thea makes Ariana Grace submit with the wrist lock. It was like, Ariana's like, I can't do it. Make it stop. It was fine. It was not great. It was fine. People got to see Ariana wrestle on TV, but because she is such a big character and her work is more character focused versus in ring, we don't get to see her wrestle as much. I've seen her wrestle at least once in person before she got signed, and she played up the heel character very well, so it definitely, her work in there was good. We're just seeing more of her outside of the ring because of who her dad is, so.
No, said I like Joe Hendry. No,
I do.
No.
I'm just curious because I have no fight in the game with this one. But you said get Theo away from Joe Hendry. Why so? I'm just curious on what's your reason on that. Jeffrey says, what happened to Stacks? Was he? I don't think he was ever meant to get a big push. I don't know what the direction.
To have the thing with
He's
Stacks.
backstage in catering right now, but I believe they are moving him to like SmackDown or something.
Well, I think he's going to be doing some stuff over in TNA because the NXT TNA aficionado is his girlfriend. So we're just going to see what happens.
Maybe.
You know, I'll say it for later because you're going to do news. I should ask you.
Seth doesn't like Joe Hendry. I gotta put this up. How can you not like the great Joe Hendry? He's Joe freaking Hendry. He's one of the greatest, newest talents WWE has on their roster. Yes, he's signed, by the way. I heard. So
I don't know, Matthew. Why don't you ask Steven why he does not like Joe Hendry?
Yeah, no.
I love Joe Hendry. I think he's great, talented, very smart.
Yeah,
Randy Orton had picked him at WrestleMania. Fun fact.
Anyways, like I was saying,
I love that you're Vince's problem.
You and our resident troll in Steven do not have in common, which is you like Joe Hendry. Steven does not. But
hey, he got me on the AAA wrestling though, so I do thank him for that. Thank you, Big Daddy. Cool. Shout out to you. Love AAA wrestling. Watch it every time it's on YouTube now.
So we get Ava Raine backstage with Javon, Leon, Joe Hendry, and Myles Borne. Robert Stone comes in with the delivery, and Ava says she's upping the stakes in their match tonight. If one of them wins, they get to choose when they enter the Iron Survivor match. However, if Dark State wins, Leon gets the choice, and she dumps the box out, and it shows this pile of big old black scraps. It's like,
Before anyone says anything,
whatever.
that was not me. Was not me at all. I just want to make that clear. Because as soon as that happened, I could see everyone sitting there saying, "Oh, bad guy did that." I didn't do nothing.
You too far away to do anything, anyways. I'm over 2 hours away, so I couldn't be able to do anything, even if I wanted to. And I don't know how far Matt is, but we all know Matt didn't do that either.
Don't look at me. I'm hours. I'm miles away from Florida.
I mean, he's in Jersey. I'm in New York, so we're very far away. I don't even think my box would have got there in time for the show if I wanted to do anything. So everyone knows I had nothing to do with it. As much as I think she's a terrible GM, I did not do that, and you cannot prove it. And look, Jeffrey, just to be sure, he didn't do it either. And I think he's a part of the awful Ava train as well. I didn't do 2. Just saying. You meant to say he didn't do it either. I'm sorry, I read it how it was read. Presented to me. But what else do we have here?
So we had Josh Briggs versus Tavion Heights for the 20th million time. And before they even get in the ring, they start brawling because it's like they ain't gonna hold back anymore. They just want to fight it all out. They're just punching each other left and right on the floor. They keep going back and forth. There was insanity. They go through the barricade like real close to the crowd. And at some point, Briggs decides it'd be an excellent idea to take off his chain. The referee catches it, throws it out, and he's not in the right position as Tavion delivered a belly-to-belly suplex, pins Briggs. Briggs puts his foot on the rope and beats him with a big old boot and the Northern Lariat. Briggs wins the match. Match is fine. I don't care for their storyline anymore. I'm getting bored. But it gets Tatum on TV, so good for him. And you can hear people in the crowd saying for Briggs to leave. Like,
yeah, he gets that reaction. Maddog, you want to take the floor?
Yeah, what are we doing here? Sorry about that. I guess I scared you. Sorry, good sir. Anyway, what are we doing with this storyline? They're just running it over and over and over again. I'm tired of seeing these two guys. Like, can they mix it up? Do they got anybody else in NXT to like these guys to like go against? Because I'm so tired of it. Match was fine for what it was. I guess Briggs getting the win, I guess makes sense. It keeps this thing going, but why are we doing this still? It's just, why? It just, to me, I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. None.
Would you like to
I like Javon. I like Josh Briggs. But you put these two guys together for the 10,000th time, it makes no sense. What are we doing here?
Okay,
Ava?
First of all, it's Tavion and Briggs, not Javon.
My bad.
They don't all look alike here, Mad Dog.
I was playing too much 2K earlier tonight. My mistake.
And they still don't look the same.
And second of all, the answer is yes. They do not have anyone else for them to fight, and that's why they have to go at it for the 20th millionth time, because everybody else is either in catering, in Evolve, or doing some stuff backstage at TNA, like probably working security, because they don't have anything for them over here.
Why can't we bring somebody up from the WWE ID program thingy to face these guys? Anybody, please. Even the LFG guys.
Well, we don't know how the rules of that work, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where's that Shewan Hill guy, the Undertaker kid? Where's he? Can he go against that one? Josh Briggs.
Look, but it's got to make sense. You just can't just throw things just to throw things around. I don't think that works and does anything for anybody.
Okay, that never works. So.
Yeah, first off, they're trying to get this.
There.
Yeah, I could tell. But like someone like Charlotte Hill, I'm not even familiar with his stuff because I didn't watch LFG. But you could tell that they're trying to get him acclimated to the NXT universe. This match, I mean, it looked like it was a blow off. This is not a match that I was like thrilled for. I see that people, I want to shout out Maurice here. He says, he's not big on Briggs. So I see every time I see Briggs, I'm like, go away, bro. And it's
That's what
not
they
just.
were chanting. They were chanting, "Go away, Briggs."
Yeah.
I think he gets good
Yeah.
heat. I think he gets good heat, and I was thinking about like, what does 2026 NXT look like? Because you're gonna get your call ups, and people are gonna be moved, and blah blah blah. And I was wondering if like, hey, maybe Tavion they might be a player in 2026. But I'm starting to lean towards Briggs because it seems like they like him a lot. Like I mean, he gets a lot of TV time. I can't tell you what his win-loss ratio looks like, but they feature him a lot. So I don't know. It looked like something to just keep him busy, something to do for the time being.
They like him more than his ex-partner. So,
Yeah, whatever happened to him and his mustache?
well, that one they moved him over to Evolve, and I believe
What about the mustache?
injured and out, or he has been let go. Either one of those two, I do not know the
Okay,
scenario.
and I hear you. What about the mustache? Is the mustache still with us?
The mustache.
No idea. You'd have to look on his socials for that, and I don't
I pray that the mustache is doing well. That was a fantastic mustache, and I hope that mustache is still getting. Who's involved? Is the mustache involved? Like I know we're talking about Jensen.
Jensen, who had the mustache. So the answer is
If
yes.
that's the case, I'm gonna have to start watching Evolve more, ain't I?
Thank God for that mustache. That mustache is still making some money, and I love that for the mustache. Jensen didn't do anything to me. I have nothing against him, but the mustache—that's the moneymaker right there. Put that championship on the mustache. I want to see that.
Yeah. You know what we should do? They should make a championship of just the mustache, and give it to him. That's what they should do.
I love all of that. I want the mustache just to have the championship. Like,
so we're gonna make inaugural championship belts. I tried to do it.
No, he could, and I love that you. I love that you tried.
I'll be down.
I love that you tried that. I did love that. No, but just give him the Evolve Championship. Put the Evolve Championship over the mustache.
Listen, we need somebody else to be the Evolve champ because, frankly, I am tired of seeing Jackson Drake and Swipe Right acting like they're all hot shit.
Isn't he like good though? Isn't he supposed to be like the guy? Jackson,
they
right?
see him as the guy. I want Sean Legacy to take that belt away from that boy because I'm just so sick and tired of seeing him on my TV screen, on my social medias.
What do you got about this?
Yeah, this might be true, might not be true. I did read this couple things about Anna Jay. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
As someone who is a firm believer in women's wrestling, if she leaves,
there's.
First of all, if she leaves, they're going to be rid of one of only 2 tag teams in AEW that was not just a makeshift tag team.
Right.
Between Ty J and Sisters of Sin, because technically they've been teaming for a while. Right. Everybody else that was in that match, in the tournament that they're having, were all makeshift teams. And now the winners are going to be some makeshift team of 2 girls that have been very popular on TV for a minute. What is the point of that?
Well, WWE's interested in everybody wrestling, though. That's they're interested in everybody and anybody. I mean, look, they're bringing Chris Jericho back next month. January.
Listen, they can bring him in. I don't give a damn about Chris Jericho anymore.
I do. I believe Chris Jericho.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, first of all, the Joe Hendry thing does not work with Chris Jericho, and second, I not be interested in him after the whole Learning Truth bullshit happened. That was my least favorite thing I saw him do in AEW.
I didn't really. There was a period of time when, I think it eventually ran its course for me. But the Learning Tree stuff just cracked me up because I feel like he was pretty much aware that people wanted to go away, and he would say, "What was the thing?" Someone said, "Please retire." He said, "But if I do, I'll be in every Hall of Fame." I said, "That was a pretty good witty comeback." But the stuff about Anna Jay, I had to wait and see how everything goes and what's going to happen because I don't know.
See, Jeffrey believes in Chris Jericho. See? Hey, he believes in Chris. Yeah, so do I.
Listen, y'all can believe in him all y'all want. He can come back during the Rumble or whatever. I don't care. But anyways.
What we got next?
We had Izzi Dame and the Coley making their entrance into the ring and getting on the mic. And Izzi says, I get it. I get why everybody loves Tatum so much because they're all just like her and don't know how to be alone. She says, and I quote, I gave Tatum everything. And they stopped the audio because the crowd was chanting something that is not suitable for TV. And she scoffs at everybody saying like how she betrayed Tatum and she was like everybody's saying like, oh, why did she do that? How could she betray her? Blah blah. Mind you, I was one of the only few people who was like, we're all going to see this woman betray Tatum because she can.
It was obvious, but yeah.
It was the same thing that happened when Dakota Kai betrayed Raquel Rodriguez, who was still Raquel Gonzalez, when Raquel was NXT Women's Champion, because Dakota wanted an opportunity for the title. And Raquel didn't give her that opportunity because she saw Dakota as her friend, not a competitor to challenge for the belt.
Oh, wow. History repeats itself then. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
I mean,
so she says that she was just correcting a mistake for betraying Tatum. That she had no right to ignore the person who dug her out of the hellhole she was in for so long, who carved purpose into her, gave her a voice and confidence, but she kept tripping over the same insecurities. So selfish, so stubborn, and acted like everything the calling gave her wasn't good enough. And did y'all think it was a coincidence that Tatum won the title after Izzy took her under her wing? Did you really think she could win the title without me? She only won it because she was allowed to. And that's why she took everything from her at Gold Rush. So on Saturday at Deadline, they'll go one-on-one, and she's going to finish what she started. And she has one final lesson for her, and she'll end the version of Tatum that refused to evolve. And whatever she does won't be out of spite or anger. Tatum is on the Tron. Mascara streaming down her cheeks, aka the picture that was used for tonight's graphic for our show. She says, they were great together, and Izzy just took it all away. Izzy calls her pathetic and predictable and tells her, come down here and say something in person, unless you're too scared. And she says, I am scared. That I don't know what I'll be without your hand on my shoulder. I'm scared because at Deadline, I'm going to make you feel all my pain.
You know, can I just ask this? So I know this was meant for Tatum and Izzy to have a back and forth, right? This group, the Cullen, you know, I see Sean Spears, I see Nico, not so much extra Nico. Does he ever talk? Has he ever spoke?
No.
Okay, I thought it was just me.
He does not.
I'm looking at him and I'm like, yo, bro, huh?
He barely ever talks. He's just there to be the silent big man with all the muscles.
I mean,
he's basically the security guard, good sir. You know what security guard does? That's what he does.
No, you know what, Matt? No, I don't. I have no idea. Elaborate on that. Explain that to me. Break it down.
Security guard is somebody who can either kick people out or bodyguard people. That's the security guard. They also have like flashlights sometimes, and sometimes they'll carry the concealed weapon. I'm just reading this off of Google.
Matthew Xavier Kelly, what would we do without you?
No, you tell me.
Well, we'll find out in the near future. Anyway.
I just can't deal with this kid. But go ahead, please.
We had Zarya rolling up on Sol Ruka and Lola, Kendall, and Ren backstage. Sol apologizes to her for not being in her corner because she needed some space to think and process everything that had happened. And Zarya says, you sure seem to be moving on, and don't expect me in your corner tonight. Ren says, I'll have her back, and I'm not as scary as Zarya, but but she's very supportive about this, and she just keeps talking while Zarya glares a hole into her soul, which the wheels are turning. The switch is about to commence.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Did you have
Anything
any
to
thoughts?
say, boys, before we move on to the 6-woman tag match?
I'm ready for the match. You have anything, Matt?
Yeah, I like both segment. I just want to throw this out there. The Izzy Dame segment. I think Izzy bores me. By the way, just letting
Izzy
you know
bores
in that
everybody.
last segment. And yeah, Tatum Paxley is so gonna win. At
I,
least in
you
my
know,
opinion.
y'all saying all this nasty stuff about Izzy
Um,
Dame, but I
and,
became a fan 2 weeks ago.
Well, we know why you became a fan of her. We all know that.
Whoa! I don't need to be attacked on the Tuesday night show. All I'm saying is I became a fan. I like Izzy Dame. You know, all this Izzy Dame
Just saying,
dislike.
I know why you became a
I
fan
didn't know
of her.
you were an Izzy Dame fan.
Look,
Wow, I learned something new tonight.
I like Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane is a part of. She's a Jack addict, and
Well,
I've
George
had some.
agrees. She's boring, and I agree with George. So
Well,
there
well, George is, George was
Well, I mean,
sweaters.
we
So I
all
don't
know
know.
that I've
This
always
is
found
rude.
her very
This is
unentertaining.
terribly rude.
Hey,
That was
Izzy
very
Dame
rude.
he's
How
not.
dare you just? How dare you do that? I'm reading the comments.
Anyway, this segment with Zari and all that. Yeah, this segment was pretty good.
This is a
It's going to
train
build
wreck.
something bigger, right? I think that's the story, right? They're going to build
Yes.
something bigger with that.
Yes.
Yeah, someone check on that guy. He might be drinking. He agrees with me. That
wow.
never happens.
When he's not working, sometimes he is drinking. But
Yeah,
that's besides the point. And I remember I said sometimes, so that one cannot tell me that
How
I'm
can you
calling
do that? I'm the mayor of the Jackpack community. You're the assistant mayor. How do you say we don't claim her in the Jackpack? I signed the papers and we all agree. Sorry, Jeffrey. We have accepted her into the pack of Jack. I'm about to lose my voice. What's the next thing we got here?
Anyways, we have Fatal
Look at
Influence.
this one. Look at this. Izzy Dame needs to be a fatal influence. Get
We do need
Lainey
more
out.
muscle. We like Lainey though. We're gonna keep her. But go ahead, Sabrina.
So Fatal Influence versus Kendall Gray, Lola Vice, and Sol Ruka. And I enjoyed this match. Women's wrestling for the win. This was my match of the night. I was very entertained by this from start to finish. It was a great match all around. Everybody got their spots. Everybody did great. And Sol's finishing move is a thing of beauty. And even though it was done on the one person that you two would not have wanted that to happen.
Oh, look, there's my champion.
That's how I felt. Go ahead,
It was
Sabrina.
done for the sole purpose. Pun intended.
Why did you say that? Why did you do that? You think you're so
I see
funny,
what she
Sabrina
did there.
Yeah,
She
I
made
saw
a
that.
joke.
She's laughing at this. That was
joke.
that was not
I get
funny,
it.
Sabrina
Sol
Estella.
Ruka,
laughing at your
Sol.
reaction
She did
to my
some
joke.
purpose. Sol Ruka. I get it now.
You.
I get that now.
How do I fix this? I'm talking. How dare you interrupt me? That was not funny at all, Sabrina. I'm laughing not because that was funny. It's just a gust of wind hit my legs and I'm chuckling. How dare you do that to me? How dare you in front of me?
So the only reason
what
why
you said
I
was
said
true,
it like
though.
that
I mean, Sol did
is
win the
they
match.
You work Fridays.
I am going to Fridays.
sorry,
I keep
sorry.
saying that. Well, I guess
Jeffrey,
somebody wants me off. Wow, I feel
See,
so
look, dude,
betrayed. No more jack dogs for you, good sir.
Oh yeah, well I put that dog. I left him in the garage. But continue your thoughts, Sabrina.
I said, what did I ever do to you? But then I showed
Wow,
this
he did. Listen, he said sorry. Honestly, I mean that's. I mean,
I was going to bring up the old history yet again because I have a pretty good memory.
Look, well, you got the for funny associated. You got Joe, and I would be for this as long as we keep it on the Tuesday night show. I am for that because I see me and Sabrina. We're not jealous of one another. We will be a team forever. You don't have to worry about anyone turning on anyone. I'm just turning on Matt because he irritates me, and I just want it to be known. And I want everyone to know how upset I am. But Sabrina Estella, you sat there and you was giving your thoughts. I want you to finish your thoughts about this before I take the floor because I am very upset about all of this. I'm very upset.
The reason why they had Sol pin the champion is to show people that someone looks like they have a very strong chance of winning the Iron Survivor match because she is the one who pinned the champion. That is the only reason why that happened.
I hear what you're saying.
After the match is over, Zarya comes out, and
Dun dun dun.
obviously intending to take it out on Soul. However, she hits the Evolve champion Kendall Gray, and Zarya and Soul get into a screaming match. Lola,
Ooh.
being the spicy Latina that she is, comes in to break it up while, of course, Ren is trying to help Kendall.
Do you think this takes out Kendall Gray? Like that spear takes her out, and Zarya fills in and take her role in any kind of way?
Well, I mean, she does have 4 days until deadline, and she will be wrestling again in a couple of days because she does have to defend her title against
tomorrow. Because Evolve is on Wednesdays.
Yes, so in 24 hours, she has to defend her title against Chantel Moore over on Evolve. So maybe she'll be fine enough to wrestle there and over on Deadline. So we shall see about that.
Do you think she'll still have her championship at Deadline? Ooh.
I'm not sure who she's facing, but I do think so.
On Evolve yet, so I don't know how much of a push Chantel Moore is getting right now. So maybe she'll still have the belt. Maybe they'll give it over to Chantel. It's like this new developmental brand.
That is disgustingly rude.
The new developmental brand of the WWE. Y'all have made.
Wait, so Evolved is the 4th brand now? There's 4 brands now?
It's the brand underneath NXT.
Wait, I thought Evolved was just its own thing that WWE just has. Now
that's what I'm
brand?
That's what I'm calling it because they're establishing future stars as well as NXT did, but NXT is now the 3rd brand. So Evolve is basically their new developmental brand. That's what I'm calling it.
So what does that make AAA? Because WWE owns that too.
That's its own thing. It's its own thing.
AAA has been a company
I think that's the 5th brand, if that's the case.
No, it's not the 5th brand because it's been its own thing before WWE bought it. But anyways,
WWE bought it. They have Evolved. That's 4. So then I have 5. It's 5 brands.
Evolve is pretty much, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Evolve is very much their developmental. And then if you do well enough, you get called into NXT and then such and such and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a developmental. And thank you for that. I had no idea it was on Tubi. Like, you was here last week. What is George? There was a guy, I don't know if he's in the chat, but he pretty much told us everything that was on Tubi. I feel like you have stole his gimmick. AAA is, I guess, is their sister promotion. I mean, AAA is, I just look at it as its own brand. WWE every now and then sends some of their superstars there for their shows and stuff like that.
I look at it like TNA. It is its own brand. They have a deal with WWE. They're working with NXT.
I like that comparison.
So it's kind of like that. AAA, it's its own thing. And even though WWE did buy the company, they're still doing their own thing.
So what about WWE ID? That's another thing they own.
Matt, we'll be here all day. We'll be here with all these questions. With all these questions, we'll be here all day. Tell you what, after the show, we'll act this. We'll be here. But just real quick thoughts about this match. I feel like it would be remiss if I didn't talk about #Justice for JC. I think Ruka's finisher should be banned. But these women went out here. Sabrina, how dare you? You made that terrible joke earlier, and then you're gonna say no.
I love her finisher. It's one of my top 5 women finishers.
We know you can answer this. This guy, I can answer this. Of course, we know you can answer all these things, but we want to get through the NXT show. We're already 53 minutes in, sir. But yeah, the match was fine. It did what it had to do. I mean, Zarya has a hell of a spear. Poor Kendall Gray, because that was not for her at all.
Nope.
So, yeah, no, Zarya, I mean, it's already, they're already unraveling.
Zarya was trying to take Soul out so she could take Soul's spot in the Iron Survivor match.
Well, I mean,
that's crazy, man.
Some people will call this act.
Her knee is still kind of banged up, so.
Some people will call this act soulless.
There you go.
I know it was good. I know.
Yes, it was, and I'm giving you.
I got tracked.
I appreciate that one, Sabrina Estella. You go back to sleep. I'm making that much noise.
Yeah, the match is good, by the way. The Fatal Influence really sold this match, as they always do, because that's what they do. They're just fantastic. But yeah, Soul getting the pin on JC. Maybe she's the next champion. We'll see.
I was very much.
Like they mentioned earlier, just like Kaylani mentioned earlier, she and Soul are the only two who have been in Iron Survivor, so they do know how to work their way around it. So we shall see how this Saturday goes.
What else we got going?
So we had NXT anonymous footage of Javon and Ricky Saints chatting whether Ricky can beat Oba Femi again and not just have it be a fluke. And they roast each other a bit back and forth. And Ricky's feeling that Javon is the favorite to win Iron Survivor. So they're just talking and going back and forth. We have Dion giving his tag title to Shaquan Sugars because he can't be all in on the tag titles while he's in Iron Survivor. Oba comes in to greet him, who reminds him of the last time they met, and Oba blew him off. But now John Cena thinks he's championship material and hopes he gets to fight Oba so he can snatch his title and knock his teeth down his throat. Oba tells him, do not get ahead of yourself. And Dion says he's right where he needs to be and he's going to give Oba a glimpse of his future.
You know, if I could just say real quick, Oba is just too big and too black to be getting in his face. So I don't know why. Look, I like Dion.
And Dion not black enough to get in his face and try to talk all tough.
Oh, don't put me in that category. Even sitting there saying, don't you do that.
Answer that question.
No, I will not answer that question at all. Dion is a big black guy. I'm not going to be sitting there questioning.
You're the only one of us three that could answer that question, because if Matt answered that question, this would be
oh yeah, you might be canceled, Matt. Yeah, leave the floor.
Exactly.
Yeah, we might never see you. You might be canceled, dog. You know, I'm just saying, Oba's a big dude to be sitting there getting in his face like that. And look, Dion got some size to him, but like Oba, I feel like Oba went to the gym and I don't know, ate the Infinity Gauntlet. He looks bigger. I wouldn't be getting in that man's face saying that. That's all I'm gonna get at.
Yeah, so I've been hearing the rumors. As you guys know, it's my job to look up all the news and all the stuff and all the rumors going on in the WWE universe. And in that WWE universe rumor, there is a rumor that Oba Femi will get the call up soon. To what brand? I have no idea. But they want to call them up. I think this is how they do it. I think Ricky will retain, and then they call him up. So that's what I think on the whole thing. The segment was fine. I like the segment, but Ricky's staying champion. There's no way they're putting it back on Oba. Oba is going up to the main roster. Maybe he can work with Seth Rollins' faction or whatever they're calling themselves now. Maybe Oba Femi was the guy in the other night.
Okay. No, Matt. That wouldn't be, it doesn't make any sense for him to be the masked one because first of all,
Paul Heyman, he's a genius with a capital G or J. I don't know how you spell genius.
This is. Oh my!
All right,
Sabrina, take the floor. Hold on, Sabrina, take the floor. Hold on, one at a time. Sabrina, take the floor.
All right there, Matthew Donald Kelly. First of all, it makes zero sense for Oba to be the one that's the masked figure because first of all, the one that was masked up and in the hoodie was not big enough to be Oba. Muscle mass wise, that guy was much slimmer. People are saying that that's Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the rumor. That's the rumor, but I don't know. Well, with Femi getting called up though,
and you know. I mean, one, they've already announced he was supposed to be in, what was this thing called, War Games, and I'm pretty sure things changed because Seth got hurt. So it's Austin Theory, and also, too, if you look at the guy, the body side, and listen, the guy who's in the cage doesn't have to actually be Austin Theory, actually be him. You know, it could have been someone just taking that role and doing everything. But if you look at how the guy climbed up, Oba Femi can move, but not like how this guy moved, and the way how he hopped out of the cage and everything like that. So no, it's not Oba Femi. I think when you call up Oba Femi, I think you call him. His call up should be at the Royal Rumble.
I don't know about that, George. I still think he's getting called up to somewhere. I just don't know where yet.
Thank you. I was mixing thought, but that's okay. What was I had to be said was not important. But I'm gonna finish my thought anyway. I think after the Royal Rumble, during the Royal Rumble, he debuted. I would have him on SmackDown because I would keep him away from Gunther. And what do? I would have him in that mid card division and not have him tear it up. I would just have him there. You don't have to always put someone in. Oh, let me go against this faction, or oh, let this person go for the heavyweight championship. No, look. We know what Oba can do. I don't know what that main roster, those main roster fans do because not everyone watch NXT. Slowly build him. Slowly build him. That's all I'm saying. It was Dean Ambrose. Yeah, it was Dean Ambrose. You're right.
That's great. Yeah. I'm glad he came back. I like that guy, by the way.
We have OTM, a Bronco Nima, and Lucian Price versus the least favorite faction of this one in the entire world of Chase U.
I can't stand him.
Consisting of the two boys, Kale Dixon and Uriah Connors, who happens to be a second generation.
Who? Which one?
I can't remember.
Ooh,
I believe
one?
Uriah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm going to double check that real quick. And
I had no idea.
The match was good. This was one of the few times that I was rooting for OTM to win because I'm
as
kind
you
of
should.
bored.
They're great, by the way. OTM's great.
Okay, yes. So Uriah Connors is a fourth generation.
Oh, congrats.
Because his father is Fit Finley. His
Whoa!
I didn't know that.
I didn't know nothing about. Wow.
Well, I did tell you about this a while ago, but you probably forgot about it because it had been a long time since I mentioned it. So
that's fair.
So again, Uriah Connors was Brogan Finley in the indie scene. I did see him once. His father, Fit Finley, has a couple of relatives. He is the youngest son of Fit Finley, grandson of Dave Finley Sr., and great-grandson of John Lindell, which I'm assuming are wrestlers. So, as far as
they are, it makes me want to Google them.
Yes, is a retired Northern Irish professional wrestler, coach, and promoter. Anyways, they have their good back and forth. It's kind of, it feels like in those college movies where you have the frat guys go up against the quote unquote ghetto hood students that come in to join the school kind of thing, and they're just like fighting for whatever reason. That's the vibe it gave me. And the frat guys lost because with the assisted spine buster on Uriah Connors, OTM takes the win. And earlier we had those two stupid boys in the car trying to run over OTM, trying to turn out of the mud into the mud.
She only beat me at that joke by 1 second, but go ahead. That was a good one.
And Andre Chase had to try to stop those two from being stupid, and it didn't work because they got into the ring with both of them and they lost. So
poor Andre Chase, I just have to say, he goes through so much trouble.
Andre Chase is getting a big headache with them too. That's all I'm gonna say. They're too much.
Poor Andre. I feel bad for that man.
I don't. This guy who gambled the school away, have a drinking problem, and was promised that Papa needs a new pair of shoes. You know how I feel about Andre Chase. But I do have to sit here and
say, you think he's fantastic. So do I.
Maddog, oh man, you are so Vincent's problem, because after this show, I'm going to let you know how I'm not going to curse, but I'm going to let you know how the hell I feel. But let me talk about Andre Chase. So, like, these kids try to run over OTM. Like, they dead ass try to run these dudes over. And I'm sitting there saying, and I remember Andre says during that thing, like, no. And they're like, oh, that's strike two. Next time is this.
Right. So I'm like, what happened? Peace. He's a good guy. He's trying to say that.
Anyways. Hi. Matthew Umberto Kelly, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know. You tell me.
You know what's gonna. You know what you are so.
And I love how I used this newest middle name, and y'all have no idea what name I used.
His actual middle name.
I don't even care anymore. It's great.
I called you Matthew Umberto.
Oh, look at this. Bad guy, you know you wanted to chase you. Here, I will get you the the
You will do
what's
no
it
such
on
thing, Matt.
Google,
You will
the
do
swearing
no.
in ceremony thing they do. They have a whole swearing in ceremony, you know.
You know, the only swearing that's going to be coming out of my mouth the way you're treating me on here. He sits here and pretends that I'm a he pretends I'm a great mentor, and then he disrespect me. I this is water, but I wish it was vodka. I would have been able to deal with this a lot more. I'm not prepared for any of this. But I do want to ask you guys in the chat: does this Chase U version does this not feel like the weakest version of Chase U? Like, look, I don't like Chase U. They did my
This is
girl
not a
dirty.
weak version of Chase
It
U.
is
This
a
is
weak
great
version. This
of
version,
Chase U.
listen, they were at their highest when it was Andre, Duke, Thea, and there's probably another member. What was that kid's name? I forget his name. He
Riley
joined in.
Osborne.
Yes, that was actually when they were hot. This is realistically speaking, this is the coldest Chase U. Yeah, look, even Jeffrey's saying
Chase
it. Look,
U 3.0, think of it, or it's Chase U of the future, good sir. That's what this is. Poor
are
Andreas
you
himself.
trying to
Feels bad for
explain
that
some?
guy again.
Not this guy trying to explain to me what this is. You don't think I know what this is, but it doesn't take away that this version is the weakest version of the Chase U universe.
I'm glad you
And
accept that there is a Chase U universe, diversity. That is a good start. Good start there, yes.
You know, it'd be a good start if we ended the show and use on Fridays, because I can't deal with this shit anymore. Sabrina Estella, take the floor. I promise I wouldn't curse, but this guy's pissing me off. Take the floor, Sabrina Estella. There we go. Look, that was peak. Look, see, I'm talking facts. Rowley, Duke, Thea, that was peak. This version here, I don't even know who's one is
wasn't for
Dixon.
Andre Chase, Thea Hair would not be with Joe Hendry right now. So we have to thank Andre for that as well.
And don't do that.
Thank
Don't
you,
do that.
Andre
Duke
Chase.
was Duke. No. Duke slander don't work for me, bro. Duke was decent. Oh, he said was decent. I'm sorry. You just can stand. I'm there was some Duke slander. Duke, listen.
Isn't he on
Duke
the Indies now?
Yes.
He's on the Indies, right? Yeah.
He's just not by Duke. I don't know what his.
I'm gonna taping for NWA. So.
Oh, really?
That's
Good
cool.
for him. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I sent y'all the picture. In the UPR.
Okay, noted. Yeah.
Oh, in the chat. Oh, in the UPR.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, every time I go to those tapings and I see any ex WWE superstars, I send y'all the pictures.
She does send the pictures.
Fair enough.
Hey, Matthew, Zachary, Kelly, what will we do with you?
Zachary! Bro named the Spirit Squad for no reason. I dig it. Like Kenny, Johnny, Mitch, Nikki, Mikey, and we are the Spirit Squad. And then they do the.
Oh darn! Now I can't use any of those for the middle name thing. Anyways,
No, you use Mitch. Mitch is great.
Anyways,
Mitch
we
is
had
a good name. Like Mitch.
Anyways, we had Ava Raine confronting all ego Ethan Page, who's trying to skedaddle his way out of the arena in this car.
Skedaddle.
He says his services were not required tonight, and personally thanks John Cena for giving less fortunates an opportunity and himself the night off. Even though the last time he was an Iron Survivor, he was screaming like a little girl when Oba got in the timeout in the penalty box with him, and he was trying to climb out like the scared little girl that he was. And he gave himself the night off. Ava points out that the North American Championship title has not been defended since Halloween Havoc. He says he didn't think anybody wants to fight him for that title. But La Yesca, the iguana, creeps over his shoulder, and Ava says, I think we have an opponent for you. And Ethan jumps out of his car because he sees Mr. Iguana in there. Mr. Iguana slides into the driver's seat, and then he does the beeping on the horn and drives the car away as Ethan is screaming and is telling Ava, call the police. And she's like, what am I supposed to say? That a reptile took your car? And he's like, yes. If I were there, I would have said it more deadpan. Like, what do you want me to do? Call the police and tell them a reptile stole your car?
See,
that would have been funnier.
You know, awful Ava strikes again. I'm sorry. This was an injustice to your North American champion, but I don't, and you know, everyone knows how much I hate that peppermint belt, but this was an injustice. But I digress. And once again, I feel like it's been a while since we said it. That NXT parking lot is just dangerous.
Well, at least this time nobody got kidnapped.
Yeah, that's a positive.
That
Yes,
honestly
yes, that
did
is a
happen,
positive.
right? Didn't someone get? I remember like there was an episode. This had to be the pandemic, and Dexter Loomis. He just came out of nowhere and put Roderick Strong in in the trunk of a car. And I remember thinking like, no one's gonna call the cops. I remember just thinking, just came out of nowhere. White car, threw this man in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I remember just.
Legado del Fantasma got kidnapped and taken in a car.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Like oh God, what were the members? I forgot, but I remember they were just being tossed in the back of the. I said, "This is a terrible place." Matter of fact, when
it was
you know the name.
Cruz del Toro. He went by a different name then. And
Yeah, I forgot what it was. And I remember like the first NXT show I went to. I always give a shout out to this actual consultant because he treated me very well on my first trip. I like to always give him his flowers. I don't know if he likes flowers, but I'm doing it anyway. But we were in the NXT parking lot, and I said, "Damn, what did I do to you?" But I made it safely to the bus. I'm just saying the NXT parking lot is a very scary place.
Listen, when they have people over there making sure everybody gets on that bus safely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My biggest fears. I don't know where Rikishi lives, but if he's just in the parking lot and he's driving, I've seen what he can.
He's a little too busy to go to the NXT parking lot.
Listen, if he's not yelling at the screen that his sons have been done wrong, he's in someone's parking lot running them over.
Well, if he's not saying it on social media or in his podcast that his sons have been done wrong.
I can only imagine this week Solo and Jay got eliminated, and I can see they don't love my sons or something. Anytime Rikishi talks, I laugh. I'm just
I mean, nobody loves Solo anymore except for his Timu bloodline.
Listen,
that's a lie. I like Solo a lot. I was defending him on Friday on SmackDown.
I like Solo. Solo's dope. Solo's dope.
Because he's the best thing of SmackDown. It's obvious.
Are you blind?
No.
You're wearing glasses,
though, because he's so boring.
Oh God, not this glasses on glasses crime. Hey, what do we have going on next? As we get to some of the comments.
So we had a little vignette of Shiloh Hill where he mentions getting to eat raccoon for the first time.
I need to stop watching. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And hot rodding snowmobiles with his cousins and crashing Myles deep in the woods and becoming one with the earth for the night. And got giddy at the idea of being eaten by wolves. So y'all say what you want. I don't want to say anything. This one.
This was the guy I said earlier in the show. This was Shiloh Hill, right? And now he's back. Yeah, not him. And now he's back. And why can't he fight Josh Briggs? I don't understand.
Back? Did he leave? I don't think this guy even debuted in NXT. What do you mean back?
No, he hasn't debuted yet.
That's what I'm saying. What do you mean back?
On TV. I mean, you know, he's doing these like little
Once again,
web series thing. You know,
this is his debut. This is
for everyone so people can get to know the character.
Yeah, like you just don't
before they bring him into the NXT roster.
So wait, is he ever gonna fight Josh Briggs? Because he's somebody new who can fight Josh Briggs.
If he does fight him, it will be happening sometime in the future, maybe in around March or April. Maybe.
Okay. All right. At least we get somebody new. I'm happy with that. Anyway, I guess this whole thing was fine. I don't know much about him except for he won LFG. So, yeah. And I keep pronouncing his name wrong.
And you just want him to fight. And you just want him to fight Josh Briggs. I don't know nothing about him, but let him just fight Josh Briggs.
Briggs to have somebody else to fight him. Frankly, I don't blame him because this reminds me of when I started watching and seeing Damian Priest and Sheamus going back and forth for that U.S. title, and I was so freaking bored.
I mean, you're talking about two people who are established. This guy's not established, but I get what you're saying.
Listen,
I know that
anybody else is established, but the point still stands. The fighting between Tavion and Briggs is getting boring.
Yes, it is. That's why you bring a guy like Shiloh Hill. See, I said his name right for once. Into the mix. But Josh Briggs.
Hi, Matthew Jeffrey Kelly. What are we going to do with you?
Hey, this is Jeffrey in the chat.
Yeah, that's
Hi,
why I used
Jeffrey.
that one. We're almost done with this first row on my notebook, so.
All right, here we go.
We're almost there.
A few more before the night's over.
Let's see.
So now we're at the main event. Jeffrey, you didn't do anything. I just gave him your name as a middle name for this one because that's my thing. And since it's the last time he's going to be here, I have to do as many as I can before he goes.
Yeah, he's going to be Vince's problem on Fridays.
And you tell Vinny he can't do that because that's my thing.
Yeah, y'all got to come up with your own thing. You can't take what you got off Tuesday. Matter of fact, real quick, and this is the last time. So, real quick, we're at the main event. Mad Dog, I'm sorry, I should ask you before we went on live. Do you have news that you want to get to the last time?
Yes, I got some stuff. Yes,
because I know this is not going to be a Tuesday thing anymore. This is your bad boy. This is your thing. We got Malcolm. That was a Matthew.
I used to watch that show, Malcolm in the Middle, and had Frankie Muniz in it. It was a very good show.
I saw clips and pieces, but that boy had been through so much that he does not even remember doing that show anymore. You mentioned it.
I know. I would listen to a podcast. It was crazy. He still gets checks, though, so good for him.
Well, when you're a kid actor, sometimes things either go well or goes downhill, and sometimes it's both.
He says he lost the checks, though. He says it's a P.O. box. He lost a lot of the checks, but then he found them all.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of checks.
Box lost the checks. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Apparently, he's a dirt bike racer now. Does anybody know this? He turned into a dirt bike racer. I didn't even know this. He said that.
Matthews, are you ready for your segment, sir? Matthews, are you ready for your segment?
Fun facts of Mad Dog. Learn a lot today. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up?
I mean, that was rude to interrupt me like that, good sir, when I say he was a dirt bike racer, but that's okay. It's okay. I'll let it slide since it's my last time. Like the last time is now tournament, by the way. Anyway, Jacob Fatu is close to returning. There were talks about him coming back in Survivor Series, and nothing happened. So, yeah. Take it as you will. Fatu had his injury. They changed plans because the War Games match, according to sources, Austin Theory was planned but removed due to Fatu's injury to accelerate the Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre feud. So there you go on that. Chris Jericho. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm going to say it again. This man says he's not done wrestling yet. And he said 2026 will be big. Guys, he's going back. I'm excited. And yeah, that's all I got there. TNA, this is huge. This is big. TNA has a brand new home. AMC will be the new home of TNA starting in January. How exciting. The program will now air on Thursday nights on AMC, and it will stream on AMC Plus. It will be from 9 to 11. The deal was first reported by Sports Illustrated and made official today. How exciting. As for rumors about the WWE TNA breakup, I want to be clear. There has been no talks about any termination of the contract they're still going to use. So we will see, what happens with that there. And the last thing I have, I don't got much this week. So unfortunately, CM Punk and AJ Lee's, I want to give them the condolences. Larry, their dog, passed away. I think they picked up Larry. I think it was 2015. I think they got Larry. I think it was like right around they were in Chicago for, I think it was Money in the Bank. Punk said it was something around there. It was like they were doing a show in Chicago, and they saw Larry and they rescued him February. So, he definitely changed a lot of lives. I believe he had his own social media page as well. My condolences to Punk and AJ Lee. I know they love that dog a lot. I think Larry was also featured in WWE 2K25, and he was also featured on WWE's card game, WWE 2K Super Card, and I believe he also has his own Tops card. So yeah, there's a lot he has. So
And CM Punk.
I agree with Jeffrey. We do need Larry merch now. Yes, I agree. Yes, EC. I know he's the dog, but he's the dog of CM Punk, or was the dog of CM Punk.
Not even all that. I mean, if you're a pet owner,
people are going to care.
Yeah. If you have a pet, when I heard about the news, it was actually really heartbreaking. It makes me. I just became a pet owner this year, and hearing about that made me just want to hug my cat a little bit tighter. So definitely condolences to
I feel so bad. They've had that dog for so long. And he always was with Punk everywhere, from what he said. So yeah. Why does the dog have his own social media? Because he's Larry. EC. Once again, Larry the dog is a very special. Was very special in the WWE community. Just like how they call AJ Lee Mother, which I found out from Wrestling Doll why they do that. So yeah.
The girlies and the gays like to make comments like that about our women's wrestlers.
I learned that from you, so thanks for that again. But yes,
well, someone who was a part of that community, it'd be a shame if I did not know.
He wasn't. He was a dog. No, he was a beloved dog who WWE actually shouted out. I'm not going to argue about this right now on live.
Listen, you do not argue with people who do not.
No, but that's all I got. Week, honestly, feel bad for them, condolences for them, and R.I.P. Larry. Gonna miss him.
I did want to touch on one thing. You talked about the TNA news. I think that's fantastic for them to be on a station that is. I feel like most people have AMC than access. I know I didn't have access at all. So
I now have it on my Roku. So whenever they put it on, and if I can watch it, I'll watch it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Any chance?
At least now I can watch the Rascals more often.
I will throw
them together like I said they would.
I will throw out here to you guys in the chat. I mean, it's not no guarantee. Obviously, we already got a lot of shows, but if there's a demand for some TNA content here on Unpopular Review, maybe it's something that we can make a thing happen. But we just want to fill out the room and see if that's something that you guys would be interested in, and maybe we can make that happen in the future. But with all that said, Sabrina Estella, we're at the main event, so please take the main event, and and we'll take it from there. Jeffrey,
maybe we should start doing dog shows. I like that. We can start reviewing maybe we should do an after show of the Westminster Dog Show. Like we do sport. That is a sport technically.
No, absolutely not.
Hi, Matthew Kelly.
You ran out of names. That's funny. She ran out of names, everybody.
Maybe we should start. Why not?
The fact that I said your name twice with it being your middle name.
You ran out of names.
Oh, no, absolutely. No one. I mean, like, you know what? You're right, Mad Dog. You and EC could review that show. I think it'll be great. I know he looks forward on doing.
Me and you.
He said he. No, you and he.
The Jack Dogs reviewing.
No, I'm a cat.
I'm dog show. Yes.
I don't think I should be on the show. I'm a cat owner. So why would I be on the show?
Well, I mean, you're gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna pick you as the co-host. Obviously, of course. I mean, the Jack Dogs.
I'm not gonna lie. I
have to do it. I have to. Jack Dogs reviewing the Westminster Dog Show, night 1 and night 2. It's 2 nights now, by the way. The Westminster Dog Show.
And you know what? And if I'm gonna do that show, I'm gonna sniff something just to get through the show with you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna do something to help me get through a show if I have to do that. But please, the Cat Dog Show. Oh, watch your mouth, Jeffrey. We're not doing. I would review that. I love that show. That's great.
Cat Dog.
I love that. It had a banger. That was a banger of a theme, but we're not here to talk about bangers.
That was a good
Let's talk about this
show.
main event. It was a good show. But please take the thing up.
Yeah, it
My
was a
hip
show
hurts.
I didn't understand how I could watch it. But
I never understood how to use the bathroom. No
Paramount
one ever
Plus,
explained that
by
at
the
all.
way. You can watch Cat Dog on
it was kind
Paramount
of the
Plus
point
now.
for us not to know.
No,
And it was just one of the things-
I'm Googling that.
But guess what? We enjoy it more now than most of the cartoons
I'm
we get
Googling
now.
this.
But we
Oh,
had Dark
oh.
State
I'm Googling
versus
it.
Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, and Myles Borne before this one says, "Can we move on?" And we go on our tangents about things we grew up with and things that get mentioned because we can and the people like hearing our opinions. So the babyface team wins. The winning man gets his choice of when to enter. And if Dark State wins, Dion Lennox gets that choice. And we had Myles Borne and Osiris Griffin to start with. And it just goes back and forth. Osiris hits him in the knee, tags in Shaquan. Hendry comes in. They go in back and forth. And this was just a match that was insanity in and of itself. And there was a spot with Leon and Javon where they jump and try to jump up and they dive onto Shaquan and Osiris. They just threw them down, and I'm like, y'all, they're not tired enough to be thrown down by y'all when y'all are literally about half their body mass right now. So why do y'all do that? Because that shit never works. And I know why they do stuff like that, but it annoys me. But that's besides the point. But it was a good back and forth, solid choices all around. Myles didn't get as much in this because...
Is that a real thing, Louisiana Championship Wrestling? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Wouldn't surprise me if it is real, but the only reason that this is happening is because the executive consultant is not a Javon Evans fan, never has been, never will be for some reason.
I don't know why.
Even though
The guy's
recently,
super talented.
even though recently Swerve Strickland did say on the Chris Van Vliet show that people did say that Javon is better than him, and he admits it. Javon is better than him. He's better at him at the age he is now than when Swerve was 21. But there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of breaking up in the match, and Joe Hendry just clean house, gets pulled onto the floor to brawl with Dion. Osiris comes in, gets kicked by Javon. Leon tags in. 450 splash. Myles tags himself in. And he pins Osiris to earn his chance to pick his spot in the Iron Survivor match.
You know, real quick, I mean, you know, just my thoughts here. I Googled how cat dog poop, and I got a picture of poop coming out of cat's mouth, and it's very disturbing. I just wanted to share
Why
that
would
with
you
everyone.
do that to yourself?
I wanted to know how they pooped. I
didn't
wanted to
even
know. They told me 3 different theories, but I after seeing poop
the
come out of
reason
this
why
cat's
you do
mouth.
not dive into fan theories for some of these shows because it will change your perspective on your childhood and then it'll ruin it for you.
No, I love that. I won't even say I love that show, but it has a great theme. About this match here, Myles Borne. I started to realize something about Myles Borne. I mean, he's been getting a lot of TV time and stuff like that, but at the show that they had in New York 2 weeks ago, and the way they kept trotting him out there, I said, man, they really like this guy a lot. Don't go down that rabbit hole. It's too late. I'm gonna be up all night. I'm gonna have my own conspiracies. Watch, I'm gonna have a whole pictures of like that's nasty. Poop. That's nasty. But yeah, Myles getting the win. That's fine. That's cool. I thought the other guys looked like fools. You know, when what was it? Javon hits a move, and then Leon tags in, and then Myles tags in, and then Myles hit the move, and he smiles at the guys, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, it's every man for himself." I mean, come on, you know. Abram said, "Whoever wins, they get to pick their slots." I mean, but the other individuals just looked kind of like they just watched him pin. I don't know. I just thought it looked kind of wonky, but it was fine. It was cool. They wanted to add a little bit of tension with these guys leading into deadline, and that's fine. I envy Borne. He does not have to hear Javon. Jeez Louise, this guy's...
He's only partially deaf. Number one.
He could hear.
But anyways, Matthew, do you have anything to say about this match?
I do. You guys keep calling him Myles Borne. I do.
Because that's his name.
You guys know his name. His name is Young Randy. Okay, and Young Randy killed it tonight, as he always does. Somebody said earlier, why don't you put the belt on Young Randy? Somebody has to put Ethan Page's belt on Young Randy eventually. I think that's what somebody said in the chat. I agree 100%. I agree with Jeffrey. I do not know why they did not, tag Young Randy into this match. But what a good match it was. Joe Hendry doing Joe Hendry things. I got you, bad guy. I said your line there. It was also very good. And this match was a lot of fun to end the night.
Everything that you just said, Maddog. You said my line.
Young Randy and 10% everything else.
Yeah. Randy, I almost called him Randy. Maddog, everything that you just said.
Randall Kelly, what are we going to do with you?
Yeah, Randall.
You tell me.
No,
I'll be here for the rest of tonight.
Well, just for the rest of tonight.
Well,
I'm just going to tell you.
You don't have to worry because you're going to be Vinny's problem, so.
Oh, yeah, Vinny's problem. And listen, I just want you to know before you leave, everything that you just gave and said to me just gave me tremendous gas. Not regular gas, tremendous gas. That just gave me gas on what you had to say. But let's talk about this last part and just get these predictions going.
So we closed the show with Ava Raine presiding over the contract signing for the NXT Men's Championship match at Deadline. Oba says this version of him is going to destroy Ricky and remind him that he is just a footnote in the ruler's legacy. Saint says he keeps wondering what happens if he doesn't win. But we'll never know because he's the NXT champion and the exception to the ruler. And they sign the contract, and Ava informs us that for the first time in NXT history, in NXT PLE history, the men's title match is going to open the show.
Hi, Mr. Cat.
He was asleep, but I woke him up.
Insert multiple comments of EC saying, "Why is there a cat on my screen here?"
Well, honestly, Mr. Cat is a part of the show, and when it was coming up with awards, I do think that Mr. Cat deserves an award, right, Mr. Cat? Love this cat.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. I love him. He's my son. I'm thinking about getting a shirt that says Mr. Cat's dad. You like that? Get you some merch, guy? I know I woke you up. He ain't like that. The segment. I don't have to share my love with you. That was rude. What was I going to sit here and say? I hear why. I wish you would get off your lazy ass because I'm the most markable guy here, and we can have some merch going.
Why? What?
Absolutely terrible. Honestly, if we're going to get shirts going, let's get them Jack Addict shirts going because the people want that. The segment was fine. It did what it had to do. I almost thought they were going to forget about this segment because I thought they were going to do it in ring, but I forget that sometimes NXT do these segments backstage and it's already taped and everything like that. And I have to sit here and say, like, if I'm Awful Ava, right? I'm the GM and everything like that. Oba comes to this signing shirtless. Look, that's not how this works. You just can't walk around shirtless and sign something. But then again, who's telling him? Yeah, who's telling him that? He's a pretty big guy. So yeah, segment was fine. Maddog.
This segment, right?
He's not firing my fucking cat. I promise you. I wish you would fire my cat. I wish you would try to do that. And you wouldn't see me on Tuesday anymore. Where my cat goes, I go. This cat goes on. You better not fire my cat. I dare you. Matter of fact, I triple dog dare you. And I don't even have a dog.
He's I will say this. I'm definitely gonna miss Mr. Cat as well as you guys. As I say this here on the final segment of my final time being on the NXT trio review show here. That's a mouthful. Anyway, this segment was good. I still think Ricky's gonna retain. I don't see yeah, I don't see Oba winning.
That's
So.
fucking rude.
Oh, we gotta
That
get
is
Mr. Cat a Goldberg trick. You know what? I
No,
will make one personally.
He
and
don't
send
like
it to you.
Goldberg. My cat
him.
don't like Goldberg.
That's a
He
great
doesn't like Bill
idea.
Goldberg. He doesn't like Bill Goldberg. He's not a Bill Goldberg fan.
Oh,
I know this. I put a Bill Goldberg match on, and he started scratching half the house. And I said, "Oh, you don't like that? Okay." And I proceeded to put on Rey Mysterio, and he knocked something down. So he don't like these people that you're talking. It's not me just saying this. He's saying it. I can ask him right now.
oh my goodness.
Hey, Damien, what's going on, handsome? What's happening? I hope all is well. How dare you? What we got here? Bad guy might be going because the cat's getting fired. Okay. Good luck without me, you jerk. Congrats to Matthew Maddog.
Thank you. Yeah. It's gonna be a
I'm
lot
not
of fun.
leaving.
The Infamous Men's.
You're not going to separate me and Sabrina Estella, one of the best duos going here on the Unpopular Review brand. So please. What you just said gave me gas. So I'm doing awful. Yeah, tremendous gas completely. Because it can't be regular gas. What some of these people are saying, I felt like I just cracked a rib reading what has happened here. I'm good, and I'm glad that you are great. Called up. He's been called up. He's been called up.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun. SmackDown's gonna be a lot of fun with Venice Vince. But
we'll tell you what.
I started on SmackDown, so
she did, and then she got called up to the NXT brand. So
they did, but honestly, wasn't this the call up? I mean, I thought I was called up from doing what I was doing here.
Well, what I've been. So my
sources called up again, I guess.
If I can read my sources right here, because I have a lot of sources. So one of my sources says you are being punished. It's not even a call down, but it's being a punishment.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, you coming back? Come here.
My head hurts from all this calling up and not calling up, and I don't know, but. Hi, Mr. Cat. I see him there. He's part of the EPR family. So we should get him a Bret Hart t-shirt for Christmas. Is that what we should do?
He's Canadian. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get through.
Question for him: does he like the peppermint belt Ethan Page has? Because I know you're a big fan of that too.
Let me ask: do you like the peppermint belt? What do you mean you like that belt? Oh, he has terrible taste. What we got here? That's awful.
So we have 5 matches for Deadline. 2 of them being announced tonight. So let's go through some of the matches that we have. So first we have the match that's going to start off Deadline. Ricky Saints versus Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. Ricky is retaining, and he is going to try his absolute darndest. Oba is going to try his absolute darndest to take that belt away from Ricky, but Ricky is going to retain some way, somehow. A miracle will happen. Ricky is still going to be your NXT champion.
Maybe they'll have another masked figure. You know, they've been doing a lot of those masked people, you know, do another masked person. Somebody comes back.
Okay, we don't need to do that.
I mean, why not?
That was so dismissive.
We're trying to figure out who the masked one is that came in during War Games and had to give the win to the Vision.
Right. So why can't they do that in NXT?
Because then we'd be turning into AEW that does it every other week. That's why.
I mean, does it matter at this point? It's all the same. AEW, WWE. It's all pro wrestling.
You don't need to do it all the time to make a point. Okay? Just have it happen and just let it be. We don't need something that
fire the cat.
Part of the show.
That's part of the show.
Hey, Matthew William Kelly, what will we do with you?
Ooh, I know it, Willie. Steam Willie Beeman. Catch him Monday nights on this Raw show.
Yeah, you can catch him.
We were hosting that last night.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a really good show. Did you see it? Like, Z was doing a great job hosting, and Willie fell asleep. I do enjoy the product that we produce here. I do think that I see Ricky retaining as well. Oba Femi is being called up. I do see him being called up around the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I'm sticking with that. Ricky retains somehow, some way. even though I think Ober should crush this guy, and nothing against Ricky. It's just I'm looking at Ober, and Ober just looks like he's getting bigger every time he takes a breath. So that. Keep the cat. See, the people love the cat. We have a brand. It is called Lauren Paws, the Mr. Cat.
Listen, Mr. Cat can be our furry third member of the NX trio, who makes his appearance from time to time.
You like that? Okay, he's
Makes
doing
sense.
something very he's licking himself. That's very inappropriate.
Right.
Let's go.
Well, wait. What he's doing is he's getting himself cleaned up and ready for the next time he has to make an appearance.
Know that. Okay.
Okay. Continue to lick. What have we got for the next match?
So we also have Tatum Paxley versus Izzi Dame with the culling in her corner.
Oh.
I don't care for Izzi Dame. Izzi Dame burns the ever-living hell out of me. She looks like one of those creative wrestlers if you're trying to make Charlotte Flair without having it look like Charlotte Flair without any of the charisma. My money is on Tatum Paxley. She is the queen of surprising us at PLEs and matches where people underestimate her and see her as the underdog and don't think she'd win, because when she and Gigi were together in a team, they became number one contenders for the NXT Women's Championships. And she did dethrone our current NXT Women's Champion, who did get her belt back before you two start shaking your head. So if she didn't lose the belt to Tatum, JC would never have made history and become the fourth two-time NXT Women's Champion. So there's some flowers in that. So before y'all start...
I wasn't going to yell at you. Listen, we've been a team for a long time.
I wasn't going to
say I just don't like when you try to steal my jokes. You steal my jokes. You constantly steal my jokes. I am trying to be funny as host, and every time you come up with something damn good, and I'll be like, damn it, that was good. So that's the only time I yell.
Clever.
Yes, it's tremendous. It's tremendous humor. We're going to get that word over. It's a great word. Mr. Cat is the producer. Yes, you are the producer. I agree with you. Tatum gets the dub here. Tatum... she's going to get her revenge. I don't think this is the end of the feud between her and Izzy. I would be shocked if Izzy gets the dub here. But yeah, Tatum.
Oh, sorry about that. I got distracted again. Anyway, comments. Yeah, Tatum Paxley wins, and if I didn't say earlier, Ricky retains.
You did say that Ricky retains.
There we go.
I've been saying that all show. I think Ricky retains. Nobody gets the call up finally.
So.
Who we got next, Sabrina Estella?
So we have Ethan Page versus Mr. Iguana for the NXT North American Championship.
Woo!
Now, I know this one loves Mr. Iguana, but Ethan's going to...
By the way, fun fact, he is WWE's #1 merchandise seller right now. Fun fact.
Is he?
Besides John Cena, obviously, of course.
I do like this. I'm sorry. I want you to finish, but I did want to highlight what Jeffrey was saying. He said he thinks that, like, I could kind of see that in a way. Or maybe she comes in after the match. Some way, somehow, I could see her being a part of the show.
So, as much as this one down here loves Mr. Iguana, Ethan Page is going to retain because the one that's going to take the belt off of Ethan is Myles Borne.
Yeah.
Because even if Myles Borne does not win,
young Randy, but that's okay.
He will take the belt off of Ethan Page at one point or another, because eventually Ethan Page is going to get called up to the main roster. He's going to go on to SmackDown. He's going to join Chelsea and her fellow Slagents.
The what? Is that the name? What's that?
That's what Chelsea calls Piper and Alba while she was still doing the first U.S.
Yeah.
The U.S.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was still a thing.
Wasn't there like the secret Hervis or something like that? Wasn't it the Hervis?
It's Legend P.
I thought it was like, don't she call him like the secret Hervis or something like that? No?
That's the tag name, yes, but she also calls them her Slagents.
Oh, Slade. Okay. Didn't know that. Fair enough.
Because in terminology with the LGBTQ plus community who predominantly use this phrasing, when we say that they slay, it means they're doing a great job. They look great. What they're doing is great. All that kind of thing. So
they're killing it.
They're killing it. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, it was both. Okay, I mean, you were saying that, but Jeffrey was confirming that Secret Hervis and Slagents. Okay, I guess that I totally missed that one. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I got Ethan retaining as well. Everything you said, like not just to agree, but yes, Myles is going to be the one to take that championship off of Ethan. So totally agree. Oh, that's
Sorry
Mad Dog.
about
This is where
that.
you speak.
Got
Yeah,
I
that's what we
speak
give you the
zoning
floor.
out. Anyway, I honestly think Ethan Page is gonna retain as much as I want Iguana to win, right? It's just they young Randy has to take the belt off of Ethan, not Mr. Iguana. So young Randy being Miles Borne, by the way, just letting everybody know if you're living under a rock.
Jesus.
Okay, we're not living under the rock that Mr.
I wish I was. I
So
wish I had the rock just to smash my head. I would have been
Bikini
underneath the rock.
Bottom,
Just
they're doing the new movie of SpongeBob, I heard, in a couple of weeks. Very excited. Can't wait to go see it.
you know, I think I'm a decent human being. I don't understand. Am I being punished? I feel like I'm being punished here. I know that, Matt. I have a TV on right
Or
here.
not that they were
No,
redoing, they did a new SpongeBob movie. Yeah, yeah. He lives in Bikini Bottom, by the way.
we're all older than that show, Matthew. We all are aware where SpongeBob lives. Matthew,
Fun.
Nathaniel,
I'm
Kelly,
having a
what
great
will we
time
do with
tonight.
you? Vinny's gonna have a lot to handle now.
It's gonna be
yeah.
fun. But
See,
Oh, and
look
finally,
right
we
here.
have the middle name, so there it is.
I feel like you
you can put Gary
ripped a
down, by the way, because of
I'm not putting
SpongeBob's
that down. I
pet.
didn't. Okay, first of all, I didn't say that for your middle name, so I'm not adding that. I only write
yeah,
names.
yeah. You don't get control of
I
that,
mean,
Mad
Patrick
Dog.
as well. He's also from SpongeBob. Or Sandy.
I wrote
Or
down.
Squidward.
So.
I can keep naming Mr. Krabs. I think he's a character.
So, anyways, we have the Iron Survivor women's match with Soruka, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, Kaylani Jordan, and Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Now, my two picks were already said in the comments because somebody said it. Soruka or Lola Vice are my two picks to be the winner of the Iron Survivor match. It would be great because Soul participated last year, did not get the W, but if she went in and won, she'd be the first one to compete back to back and get a win after the second one.
And this one, okay. With this one, I'm with you. I was saying it's between Lola, Solo. I'm sorry, Soul. I'm sorry, I had to think about the name here. Sola, there we go. But I got Lola going over here. I think she gets the dub here. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a toss-up for me, and I guess you could have where Soul wins, and then Zarya cost her, and they can really set the trajectory.
Or comes out and attack her afterwards, officially confirming her heel turn.
I would save it. Like if they went to that route, I would save it for. So they're supposed to have it at New Year's Eve, right? Kick off the year with the heel turn going in completely. She could sit here and say, "I lost my cool," blah blah blah, and they could even say, "Hey, maybe I need some space," whatever. But I would save the heel turn for.
Hey, it's a new year, and she turned evil.
There we go.
That's very true.
But I got Lola. I still got Lola. But if they did go that route, I could see that happening. What about you, Mad Dog?
I agree with the us Jack dogs have to stick together. I also go Lola Vice. I think Soul's gonna get screwed over by Zarya, right? Zarya's gonna.
Well, we all picked my Cupid sister, so.
You're Cupid.
So I have Lola Vice. I agree, Jeffrey.
I mean, if we could look at these women in here, all talented, right? Look at all the talent in this. Okay, my graphic, it took too long, but look at this.
Listen, this is the graphic I could find when I found these pictures earlier today. So.
No, it's super great. No, it's fantastic. It's just on my end, it takes a long time to load.
It's funny. Right after the show, they posted all new pictures on WWE site. That's where I pulled the Ethan Page match and the other Tatum Paxley and Izzi Dame match.
So I just want to point out before we get to the men, JC has beaten the majority of these people, so I just want to throw that out there. That I feel bad for whoever tries to face my champion. That's all I wanted to throw out here. Well, let's talk about the men. Lead the way, Sabrina.
So now we have the men's Iron Survivor match with Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Dion Lennox, Myles Borne, and Joe Hendry.
Young Randy, you mean? Young Randy.
I'm not calling him that.
I am then. Fine.
You can call him that. This is your final stop on your last time here tour. So
I know, but I don't know why you guys don't call him Young Randy. Does he not look like a young Randy Orton? He looks like a young Randy Orton.
Yeah, we fucking know.
So he's not the height. People are not critiquing the height. They are critiquing how Myles Borne looks. Myles Borne looks like Randy Orton. Even Randy Orton himself said he looks like Randy Orton.
I have a migraine.
First of all, Matthew Christopher Kelly, we are very aware that you call him that because he looks like a younger version of decorated champion wrestler in Randy Orton. We are very aware.
Actually, I believe Randy Orton is 14-time champion. Fun facts of Maddog, by the way.
Oh my God.
Okay, I know that because I follow a YouTube channel that does wrestling quizzes that talked about Randy Orton, so I am aware of that.
More fun facts of Maddog.
However,
segment.
based on the card that we have for this match, my money is based on the way things could go if Myles plays it smart and puts himself coming in last so that everybody can exert as much energy as they can while this whole thing happens. He could be the one to take it. He could be the one to win and be victorious. I'm just trying to see other possibilities of the other four because, yes, Dion does stand a fair chance with all of them, especially if he has the rest of Dark State coming out to interfere because they have nothing better to do because they're trying to be the faces of the tag division and the faction division in NXT, and it is not working. But he has a very solid chance. They all do. I feel like it might not go to Javon and Leon because they have this little thing going on where they're basically trying to bring XTNA together a little bit more in terms of the tag division by trying to go after tag belts one way or another, whether it be NXT or possibly even TNA in the future. So my money is on Myles. And no, I'm not calling him by that other name because that's all you. So if you want to keep saying that, I have many more names I could come up with for your middle name before you leave.
I don't know.
I have Myles myself going over here. Honestly, whoever wins this match, I don't see taking the championship over Ricky Saints. So I got Myles. I think Myles, not for nothing, a part of me was thinking Javon just because of his interaction, but I said Myles. I'm sticking with Myles. I think Myles will be the one to take be the victor here.
So I'm going to agree with both of you. Young Randy Orton, or Young Randy as I call him, will win this match. Myles Borne will be the new 2025 Iron Survivor, and he will be facing, I guess, Ricky Saints. I guess they have to run that back, right? It's for the NXT Championship, right? I think whoever wins gets a shot at the title. So yeah, it's gonna be Myles versus Ricky. I think that's how they do this. I like the others in the match. I think Joe Hendry's going to do a lot of comedy stuff because that's what Joe Hendry's known for. Love Joe Hendry. I think everyone probably thought I was going to pick him. I just don't see his time yet. He'll get his time. He'll get his championship. I know Joe Hendry will. He will be NXT champion. He is champion material, but I don't think so now. I think they keep Myles or Young Randy babyface, and he goes against, I guess, a heel Ricky. I guess that's how they want to do this.
I want to ask real quick because I always love like when we get like response like this, but I like to know the reasoning of that thought. Why do you think Myles turned heel in Iron Survivor? We would like to hear that. Carry on, Matt Dog.
What? Sorry, you talking to me? Sorry about that.
No,
I'm
just having the time of my life talking to myself. I'm
I'm
having a
sorry,
blast
no,
just chatting. Hey, bad guy, you having a good time? No, great Grand Slam pooper. What
Hey,
about
man,
you,
I'm
fella?
sorry, I'm
Everything all
sorry.
right? Everything
I'm
cool over
sorry, I'm
there?
zoning out a little bit.
Hey,
My bad.
is that guy who produced the song? What's his name? Jermaine Dupri? Get your old ass out of
Apparently,
here.
anyway, look.
I am losing my shit. I want
I
everyone to know that.
believe that
And Joe
young
Hendry?
Randy is the future of NXT. Okay? Joe Hendry will be the future of NXT in a year from now.
I wanted to highlight here real quick. Maurice says the pressure of the Iron Survivor gets to him. He's now on the point. He's now on points and snaps and does what he got to do to win, Jack. I don't think so. I do agree with my co-host here, but they just want to keep him babyface.
Basically, you're saying that he turns into Kaylani when she defended against Jordan Grace for the belt and hit Jordan in the face
Low
with the
on
belt?
points. Okay,
Maybe,
that's what he's trying to say.
maybe.
When they're low on when he's low on points and he cheats and stuff like that.
I
I
mean,
don't think so. I think they like him. Look, just real quick.
Go
Myles,
that route. When Trick Williams was faced for Iron Survivor and he was low on points, he got pins back to back to back. So something
that
like
is
that
very
happened.
true.
but
He
also,
did get pins.
but also too, I think Myles has this story that you can't really tell as a heel. He has a really great story, and you have to keep him as a babyface. I mean, the story
He's-
about
And
partially
he's
deaf,
super
and he could
loved
keep.
as a babyface to turn his heel right now. Plus,
Yeah,
we need him to be face
Yeah,
when
no.
he takes the belts off of Ethan Page.
I think that's a possibility because he did that pinfall from. I mean, that was even dirty. He was smart.
This is one of those that you do what you got to do, but it does not mean that you turn heel.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
and I don't see that as a,
There are some times where faces do things like that here and there that does not automatically mean that they turned.
if you're being honest, it was a smart move on his end. He
Yeah.
tagged in and he pinned the guy, and he said like, "Hey, there was these rules. I followed the rule." He didn't break the rules. He never broke the rules. He just
Sometimes you gotta follow the rules to play smart. Because people think you gotta break the
That's
rules.
what young Randy is doing. Everybody's playing by the rules and playing smart to win this match.
Why are you yelling? And this is coming from me. I yell. I don't like my gimmick being stolen. But I mean, I think that's all the matches. What? Yes.
I'm excited.
That is our predictions for Deadline.
What?
And that is the last of this NX trio. Because now we're discussing NXT. And you may follow our brand of Unpopular Review on all social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and our sister channel in Unpopular Review Entertainment. And we have all our other shows where we discuss wrestling. We got AEW happening tomorrow. Are we still doing the Super Show for Raw and SmackDown, or is it back to being two?
Yeah,
it's just Super Show Raw now, I believe. No, on Mondays.
You got Raw, you got SmackDown, you got AEW, you got NXT, you got something here for everybody, ran by fantastic personalities that sometimes work well together and sometimes go back and forth and clash like cats and dogs. Unless you're stuck together, which makes it a million times worse.
Like cat dogs.
Like cats and dogs. They can get along with each other, you know.
Yes, they can, but the point of that I was making was running it back to talking about Cat Dog.
Cat Dog is a great show. You can watch on Paramount Plus. Fun fact. I have Paramount Plus, so.
Sabrina Estella, you do some wrestling content. Tell the people where they can
Yes,
find
I have my YouTube channel, The Unofficial Camera Woman, where I go throughout Central Florida and occasionally south to record wrestling matches and put them up on the air. Was going to try to go to one in Miami this week. Cannot. But there are shows happening nearby my lovely town that I can go to instead. including the show that's been happening for the last 5 years around December called Hope for the Holidays, completely free wrestling show where you can bring gifts for children that are underprivileged, that don't really get gifts like that. It was started by a couple indie wrestlers because they wanted to give back to their community. It is happening December 7th. I will be going because it is free. And I will record and put the matches up because a couple of the matches on the show will include one Mr. Jay Lethal.
Oh, nice.
Going up against two of his students as well as one of the other teachers that worked with him, who is also an indie wrestler. And we'll be getting AEW/ROH star Serpentico.
Oh, okay. Sounds familiar. He wore a mask, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't super familiar with the name. That's fantastic.
He worked with Angelico on Ring of Honor.
That's so cool.
I want to say that's like the early stages of AEW.
Well, they do that now still. They just have a different name by it.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't know that. Please give her YouTube a follow. The link is in the description. So I have a little audio podcast. It's called the Big Pop Theory Podcast. It's fun. But we're trying to use the YouTube channel as well. We do retrospects we tape retrospects and we really go live for just predictions and after shows and stuff like that. So if you're on YouTube, give it a follow. It's some fun stuff. We're going to be doing this week. What was it called? Final Resolution 2008. That is a TNA pay-per-view. We decided to switch it up a little bit. So give it a follow on YouTube. It should be up and loaded by Sunday in the afternoon. So it was a really good time working with those gentlemen. Maddog, this is your last show on the NXT show. Is there anything you want to plug before you make the big jump to Friday nights?
Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional over here. I have to say, this has been a blast doing it with you guys. Thank you for letting me join on this crew. We made an amazing team. I had such a blast reviewing all these episodes with y'all. And yeah, you guys can follow me, _Maddog on Twitter or Unpopular Review on Twitter as well. Follow us there, and we'll get the new schedule out for everybody once we have it. We will get the new schedule, so stay tuned to social medias, because as the guy who runs the Twitter account, I'll be posting a lot for all the different brands here on UPR. And we got entertainment stuff too. I know Vinny was telling me about all the entertainment stuff that we're bringing back too. He's doing a lot. BadGuy, I know you're doing a lot with the entertainment stuff as well on this channel. It makes me happy to see that. So yeah, but this has been a roller coaster, and I'm so happy I was able to join you guys for this show and for all the shows I've done with you. And gonna miss Mr. Cat, gonna miss Wrestling Doll, gonna miss the Jack Dogs, So yeah, it's been this has been wild, but it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the future. Oh, there he is. Bye, Mr. Cat. I'm gonna miss you. I know, I know you like Bret Hart. I like Bret Hart too. I think he's a good guy. I still think the peppermint belt looks great. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Just thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. It's been a lot of fun, and on to SmackDown, on to the future with Vinny, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So can't wait to see what we do over there. Can't wait to you guys, everybody out there, UPR land, sees what we do over there. We've been cooking up a lot, so excited for it.
And with that said, thank you guys for joining us on Tuesdays. Tune in tomorrow for AEW All Elite Heat, and we'll see you guys
cry over here.
and we'll see you guys next week for some more NXT. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you guys next week.
Easter rock.